814 podcast, and it is winter meetings week, Abe. It's winter meetings week where things happen, hopefully with our Blue Jays. How are we feeling? Couple days removed from the Cody Pond signing. How are we feeling, Abe?
Excited for winter meetings. Hopefully we get a trade that we have no idea is coming because that's the best part.
Yep.
Maybe a reliever we get this week, but fun that things kind of get kicked into gear across the league for 1 week of the offseason. So
Yeah.
if you have nothing else to be excited for, this is the week that kind of gets you up, gets you going. So
And I mean, if you want to look at the signings or trades, Juan Soto was traded 2 years ago or in the winter meetings. You had Aaron Judge sign with the Yankees in the winter meetings. You had Shohei Ohtani on December. I don't want to remember. I don't want to say the date because it's a tough day for Blue Jays fans. But this week, Shohei Ohtani signed with the Dodgers. So there are tons of things that will be happening. And I mean, hopefully it involves the Jays. But I do feel like the Kyle Tucker market or maybe even a Schwarber or something along those lines will get solved this week in terms of guys signing.
Yeah, Schwarber's interesting because he's kind of got I don't know if his market gets set after the Tucker because they're such different players.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they'll be the first domino to fall, one or the other.
Yeah.
I think Bo will go after that probably to see, unless it's just with the Jays, to see what's next. But again, yeah, we got some funny trades going on here. The Mariners got a head start on the funny. I wouldn't even say funny, just like a classic trade that people are gonna like
It's going to be like the Swanee one, kind of.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna like the yeah, just because you're trading for a reliever, right?
Yeah.
Like, Harry Ford clearly wasn't good enough to like
And you
beat
know who
Mitch
he has
Garver
a
out.
pretty good player in front of him in Cal Raleigh. So
Gonna be tough to find.
Yeah.
And you get a lefty who's like top of the league in ground ball percentage
Yeah.
and throws pretty hard. It's like I thought that was a pretty good deal for what you kind of needed instead of signing a guy. There's just not a very big path to playing time for Harry
Yeah.
Ford. So yeah, the Marine Layer guys was funny. He's like, okay, are they gonna get traded 1-for-1 for Bryson Stott or Alec Boehm? He thought
No.
Harry Ford would be that. Well, that's what they said
Yeah,
the day.
There was never value to that extent with Harry Ford, I don't think. I
Yes,
think
like,
people saw
obviously the
potential
Mariners
fraud.
didn't like him that much. And
Yeah.
it's like,
They
okay,
traded him for a fucking reliever.
yes, they traded him for a
Like,
reliever.
and he is a pretty bad defensive catcher, I'm pretty sure as well, right? Like his metrics aren't really that good.
Not sure. I got no
Yeah.
clue.
But yeah, speaking about transactions, we have a big transaction involving us. Yesterday, Alex Earl and Broxton Berrios broke up.
Of course, I couldn't sleep, man. I was sick thinking about
Love
it.
is fucking dead, man.
What can we believe
Love,
in if we can't believe in
yeah,
love?
love is fucking dead. My favorite TikTok couple broke up. So you hate to see it, but no, the serious one, Yariel Rodriguez DFA'd. And then no one picked him up.
Yes. Well, we missed like a whole thing of him being DFA'd originally and then clearing.
But no, yeah, just no one announced that.
It's so funny that the team didn't announce
Like,
it.
how do you have, again, a pretty good pitcher? Like, he's not awful.
No.
He was pretty good. I mean, the second half of the season last year, it was a disaster class. But we'll always have remember when he had the highest wins probability added on the Blue Jays at one point?
Yeah, he had a good Canada Day start. I remember tweeting that it's ridiculous that Yariel's about to get a loss. From his Canada Day start 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But everyone else, no one even wanted to take a chance on him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I texted BNS about it. Because he was like, yeah, this was like strange. Like, no one picked him up, but he said there's probably going to be like a trade, hopefully maybe a trade involved where the Jays eat some of the money and another team picks him up. Because clearly they don't want anything to do with Yariel Rodriguez, right?
Yeah, if you wanted him on the team, you would have just kept him there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean,
because they had the roster spot.
they had two roster spots open.
Yeah, was Ponce one of those roster?
Or sorry,
spots?
no, they had one roster spot open.
Yeah. So again, and if you make a trade, obviously you have to clear it that way. But odd timing, I thought, with nothing immediately happened because you had the one roster spot. But it had obviously happened days before if you had cleared and they just didn't
I
want
just
him.
don't know how no one knew. How did no one knew Yariel Rodriguez was on waivers? Like, how was that never public knowledge? It's crazy. Like an
I got,
actual,
I know, I
like an
got nothing
actual
for you.
pretty good pitcher too. Like he's not bad.
No, but at least like a 40-man spot for a guy, like you get they say everyone when it happens usually.
Yeah,
I I did think the timing was very odd and kind of and then they only brought it up because Francis Romero tweeted it. And then
yeah,
everyone else on the Jays was like, "Oh, this actually did happen."
yeah.
Maybe it slipped through the cracks and transactions logs, but the
Because
people
usually
on
the Jays social media will post something like that though. Like they'll be
yeah,
like, "We have outrighted." Like they posted it after the Francis thing.
yes, and it's there's people on Twitter enough that look at the transaction logs on MLB.com. Like
Yeah.
that would have come up first. So I'll take a look. But yeah, just thought all of that happening was weird. And um, do I think the actual move was weird?
No.
Probably not. Like you bump up all those guys who were fringe people, like the Braden Fishers who had pitched well,
Yeah.
like a Nance maybe that
Gage.
was well that's different.
Like Gage could be a good like bullpen guy too.
You don't want him. You don't want him to do that now.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But the thing I love about Gage is he throws fucking fuzz and strikes people out, which is an awesome like pairing
Well,
for
I
a
mean,
reliever.
we just paid a guy 200 million to do that too. Like Gage does not want to be moved to the bullpen.
Yeah,
Like for his career outlook, for it to go, you'd
for
rather
sure.
want to
Like I
make the
think
money as a
so.
starter.
Who do you think pairs the best as a reliever? Probably Ricky T.
Yeah, because he can't stay healthy for his life right now,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
he's the most obvious turn to a reliever too. But
and
again,
just be nasty out of the pen too.
yeah,
Like
like
just be
you
nasty.
need the depth of
Yeah,
starting pitchers at some point too. Like you can't as much as I am this guy and I love the thought of turning relievers and stretching them out. You do need some depth starters. That's like you need
yeah,
we we've been
fair.
lucky with how healthy the rotation has been for years. And again, you do need the depth at some point too. You can't just turn everyone to a reliever. Yeah, so it was interesting the way the Ariel thing, he was so bad in the second half. He lost everything. He was down 3 miles an hour, what it was. So
Yeah, it was a lot.
move is shocking. He makes more money than most relievers that
Yeah,
put up those numbers. So again, he's not out of the organization yet. When I heard he got DFA'd, I thought he'd be gone for sure. But
yeah, for sure. I
again,
thought a team would easily take a flyer on him. A team that doesn't spend much, that wants to show like we're trying to win or something along those lines, where they want to raise their salary cap or their salary. But I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it in terms of like no team picked him up, and we're gonna have an awesome. If they don't trade him, it's gonna be a very strange spring training.
yeah,
Yariel Rodriguez is going to be battling for a spot when he's been on the team for the past 2 years.
yeah. I mean, hey, he's Ross is keeping them hungry in the pen.
Yeah,
He's not giving handouts right now.
I
So
think
let's
there's
see what
got
he
to be
can
a
do.
corresponding move, man. I really do. I think they got something in the works. Again, I don't know if it's for a reliever. And I'd like to call my shot and say this. I think it's a 0% chance Toronto Blue Jays even entertain or sign Edwin Diaz. I think that's just not happening.
Yeah, I mean they paid the money for Jeff Hoffman this year, and it didn't like totally go their way, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you'd rather hit on the middle guys, absolutely. I as it's gone on, yeah, it's like you spend the big money on the bats, and
And
we've
then you
all
just sign like guys like a guy. We've been piping or pumping this guy's tires at the tire off season. Like you sign a Brad Keller, a guy with high ceilings.
I don't think he's not Edwin, obviously, but like, he's still going to be decently expensive, I think, Keller.
I don't think so, man. I really don't think it'll be that crazy. I don't think the like maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but Edwin Diaz is probably just going to be a Met, right? Like I mean, who the fuck are we kidding here?
Well, I mean, they just did.
Or a Dodger? But are the Dodgers willing to pay another guy tons of money when you had Tanner Scott, who you paid tons of money and sucked?
Yeah, that it doesn't make that much sense, right? And Keller's just a 1 year massive season, kind of like that was Jeff Hoffman the year before, right? Like
Yeah.
he cashed in on a great season. They have 3 years, 36 million is Keller's 12 per.
Yeah, like you can you could pay a guy that and not have to worry though about, all right, now we're kind of fucked with the bat that we need to sign, right? Like 336 is nothing crazy.
True, but the way they go about relievers is because what's Hoffman?
Hoffman's a lot.
He was three. He was 3 years, 33.
Oh, so he's gonna be more than Hoffman.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just
Yeah, never mind then. Wow, I didn't know it was gonna be that much. Dude,
again.
you know how
Yeah.
much it sucks to probably be a reliever? Holy fuck, man. It's honestly a thankless job. First of all, everyone hates you no matter what, and you don't get paid at all.
No.
Like you get absolutely screwed in the market because every team collectively agrees that we're not going to pay relievers.
Correct. Yeah. That's the one thing they keep down is paying the relievers. And whenever someone does it, everyone around the league says, "Oh, that's a silly thing to do."
Oh yeah, they pretend
That's
they act like it's the dumbest thing that's ever happened.
yeah. It's the running backs thing in the NFL. You can pay the good ones, obviously, but
Yeah,
when you get one of those bad contracts, no one around the league likes that at all. But yeah, I see. I think that's mid tier guys. I think Keller's
but who?
still.
Okay, who's a mid tier guy then, Ave? Like,
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, I can go to some of the free agents here. MLB Sparac. I'm just using that every single day. I didn't have like some of my favorite guys. Do you think they need a lefty?
yeah, probably. I mean, you just literally have Lauer in the pad and Fluharty. But honestly, Lauer and Fluharty are
Well, you
pretty
got
serviceable, and Braden Fisher's splits against lefties are pretty good as well. So it's not like you need a lefty in the bullpen, right?
you got Little too.
And yeah, Little. Sorry, I forgot about Little. Yeah, Little as well.
Yeah, there's I don't know who my guy would be. Like you have some interesting ones like a Gregory Soto. He's a free
Oh,
agent.
that name doesn't attract. I'm not like.
I know, but that's the mid tier guys you're gonna get, John. Like they're not gonna
Do you think
be.
Gregory Soto's good?
I have no idea what he did this year.
I mean, he was a
But,
Blue Jay at the trade deadline. Remember?
but like, would you? Yeah, he was. Like, would you take a look at Sir Anthony again?
I would. I would take a flyer on Chad Green again. I know Chad Green's unemployed. Is Chad Green still unemployed, or did a team pick him up?
Yeah, Chad Green's probably unemployed.
That sucks.
You don't like that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to. I'd love to take a flyer on Chad Green. It would be hilarious. It would. You know what it would remind me of, Avery? It would remind me of when the Toronto Blue Jays kept DFAing and picking up Bradley Zimmer. Remember that?
That was sick.
That,
Yeah.
that was awesome. I remember I was driving my car and I got a notification. The Jays have claimed Bradley Zimmer off waivers from the Phillies. Um, but yeah, I honestly don't know what you do in terms of like reliever help because you kind of do have some pretty good relievers in that bullpen right now, right? Like at some point you got to expect like a Jeff Hoffman bounce back. Something in the middle of what he was in the playoffs, like a 170 ERA in the season a little bit more consistency, something in the middle. I think Braden Fisher is awesome. I love Braden Fisher. He
I'm
was
kind of
unbelievable.
I'm kind of rocking with like a Caleb Thielbar type. When
I
he
don't
was
know
on
who
the
that
Cubs,
is.
lefty. He was the Cubs, Twins. Those are some names that I like. Like if you want to go with the lefty, I just don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know what their next move is, man. Got no clue.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like
But
one of the
oh, and by the
Rogers.
way, Cody Ponce,
Yeah.
I had a random text message just out of the blue from Nick Lodolo. He's like, Johnny, what's up, man? I'm really good friends with Cody. He's like one of my best friends. You need him on the pod. He's the man. And I was like, am I on Punked right now? Like Nick Lodolo was unsolicited texting me this right now. I was like, yeah, we'll get him on. He said, yeah, once he's signed, I'll put us in a group chat and we'll get Cody on. So that'll be cool. Maybe we'll be I guess we'll be the first Blue Jays podcast to have access to Cody Ponce.
Hopefully, we got to make sure
Breaking
that.
barriers. But
Gotta make sure.
speaking about how funny is it how mad some people get they don't get invited to the winter meetings. Like the winter meetings are pathetic. No disrespect. Like what do you even do there, Avery?
Well,
Besides like
you get to talk to the GMs.
sure, but like the GMs aren't going to be giving like us podcasters really anything. Probably Ross the boss would give us some little tidbits.
Yeah.
But is there anything more overrated than actually attending the winter meetings? I don't think there is. All the new like unless you're a writer, sure. But like I'm seeing like Carabas didn't get invited. I mean, that's kind of dumb because he does do tons for the game of baseball. But or did he get
MLB Network. He does stuff for it too.
yeah, exactly. But it just I don't really see like a reason to get angry about it. And some of the people that are there are fucking awful. Like just you have the Wilners of the world at this event. You have like, do you want to hang out with those people? Like BNS,
That's
Keegan,
a
and
real
Robert Murray
reporter.
are my guys, are our guys. But like, who do you I mean, who do you really care for there? You know, you talk to the GM of the Jays for like 5 seconds. Like, what is he gonna fucking tell us?
You just need to do the hits in the hotel, John. Like that's
Yeah,
why you're there when these things happen. So you can be the first people on it.
I might
Uh,
make the green screen of this podcast the background of me, the winter meetings picture.
it's a
Like
little
we're
late
there.
to do that.
Like we're there. But yeah, I did tweet today that I was there and people actually fell for it, even though the sign said
It's a
2023 Nashville.
2023 Nashville. Yeah, I mean, I saw that immediately.
But yeah, I do you think we get a big move this winter meetings day? I mean, it's happened every year.
I think we might get.
When do they actually start? Is it tomorrow?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Is there actual meetings going on? Oh
I
yeah,
don't
they do.
know.
Rule 5. Rule 5 happens. Um, yeah, is there like a schedule of
Open
things?
Sunday and it will be 4 days.
Okay. What are the meetings they're having?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Dude, I genuinely, Avery, have no idea, dude. What do they like? Is Ross the boss having dinner with Breslow? Like what? Or is it just like one of those glorified work trip events where you just get blackout drunk with your coworkers? Like, what do you do at the winter meetings?
It's kind of like a MLB Christmas party if you think about it.
Yeah,
Put them up
that's
in a
actually a
hotel.
great point. But the shitty thing is, you have these, no disrespect, some of these loser MLB reporters there crashing your Christmas party. You kind of hate it.
It's kind of like the combine for the NFL when they all go out for
Yeah,
dinner,
just
the
get after it,
steakhouse.
you know? Like, I would love to ask Ross the boss what is the winter meetings. Like, I really would. I don't know what the purpose of it is. It could probably be just a Zoom meeting. Um, but
This could be an email.
this could be an email. I guess you just talk to, like, if you want to, do you, for example, let's say Ross wants to make a trade with like the D-backs. Does he just go to the D-backs hotel room and just chat? Like, what's the purpose of it? Like, do you have to make appointments? I don't get it because a lot of this stuff still probably happens over the phone no matter what. Like trade proposals,
Yeah.
finalizing deals, like probably happens over the phone majority of the time, anyways.
Can
But
you call your shot on a big deal that's going to be made at the winter meetings?
Kyle Schwarber signs with the Reds.
Okay, I think Scooble trade
Oh my, Ave,
out of the
that
blue.
would be crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I saw it was a no, not Bob Costas. Who's the guy that Buster
Buster?
Olney?
Buster?
Buster Olney said on Just Baseball that a GM said that they think Skubal's gonna get dealt this year.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah,
Man, it just do they think they can re-sign him? It's like is the
I
are
mean
they
they can't. They technically can re-sign him. You just pay him what he wants and what he deserves.
but they said they were $100 million apart. Obviously not on the same year deal, most likely, but they were $100 million apart. It's are you going to win? Are you going to be good enough this year where it makes sense to have him and lose him for nothing?
What they should do is if the Little Caesars owner, I believe, is the one that owns the Tigers, they should do like I don't know if you see those card or shoe companies when they have the expos, they do flip a coin. Tariq
you
Skubal
you
and
love that stuff.
Tariq Skubal and the Tigers should say, "All right, we're gonna flip a coin. It's either 450 or 350. Call your shot in the air, and there you go." But I honestly don't know. Could you imagine being a fan of a team that clearly has the money? They own all of the teams in fucking Detroit, and you can't pay the best pitcher in baseball. This is the point that they were making on Just Baseball. They said, Buster Olney said, Tariq Skubal is probably 1-1 in terms of like pitchers that maybe Skeens, but you add to a big league team, any team, and they immediately become instantly better. Top five rotation, whatever. They
Yep.
instantly become better. What would a package for Tariq Skubal even look like though? That's the thing. Because you have the quote unquote uncertainty of him re-signing with the team after that, like he did with the Yankees with Soto. But what do you like? What would you package for that? It would have to be a ton of like your entire top five prospects in your system easily.
Yeah, close to something like that. Maybe some major league ready guys, but like I look at the Tigers and they're still up and coming, right? Like you have
Mhm.
they're young and
Yeah,
you're gonna have McGonigal who might make the team this year. You have
Max
all
Clark.
you have all those user team controls for those two guys who are going to be super young, right? And like, why don't you really start? You could do this. Like, this is my thinking of it. Why don't you start like a second core? Like, you have Green, you got Torque, figured it out, right?
Yeah,
And then you got these young kids coming up. Why don't you try and like bolster it to give this another shot? Obviously, it won't be the best this year, but the next
and I
year, the
think it
year
makes tons of
after.
sense, Avery. And I think a trade partner that makes tons of sense for the Tigers would probably be the Mets, man. You
Yeah,
have those starters that are big league ready, but are also top prospects like the Jonah Tongs of the world. What's the McLean? Is that his
McLean.
name?
Yeah, yeah.
McLean. If I'm the Mets, I'm showing that package and then doing a trade and then immediately extending Tariq Skubal because the Mets window is not the future; it's now, right? You have Lindor who's aging. You have Soto. If if you want to be,
I think it's a good spot, John. Actually, I like that.
I think the Mets make tons of sense. And if I'm the Mets, fuck them prospects. It's goddamn Tariq Skubal.
Yep.
Like, for example, what are the odds that those starting pitchers that are in their farm system turn out to be anywhere fucking near Tariq Skubal? And that's the point I like to try to make. You trade for guys who are actually good, not projected to be good. And I think that's what the Mets could do. And he would rock on the Mets.
Yeah, I think that's a really good one. Like who else is it going to be? Like the Mariners, Loki could put some stuff together where they'd be good. Like they've got some good young prospects. Um, but yeah, I don't mind that at all. I just think the Tigers have a chance of if McGonigal and Clark are as good as you think they're going to be,
Yeah, and they are good.
then you got another shot at doing this, and you can really bolster it for years if you think you can't get Scooble signed. Like that's the
And
big thing.
and
You'd want
honestly,
Scooble if you can get him signed, but if you're that far apart in your initial talks, then you'd be fucked. Like just try it again. I know it would suck if any Tigers fans are listening to that. You don't want to lose your two-time Cy Young winner, but I think it's a perfect time to retool. And think of there was a team who did like the O's did it, right? When they did the Corbin Burns thing, um,
yeah.
to try and do it because it will be it won't be the massive package because you still have to get him signed. He's only 1 year left,
Hmm.
so that'll play it down a little bit. But if you think you're an 80 win team, it's going to help you a lot in
I mean,
your
it is scary because Tariq Skubal did grow up in the Pacific Northwest, right?
yeah. Well, he went to Seattle, right?
Yeah, so
That's his thing.
him being a Mariners guy, that would suck for my
I
Mariners hate agenda.
I see the Red Sox and Marte, kind of some things going on there potentially.
Yeah, that would suck. But again, that if the Red Sox end up getting Marte Avery, then where else is Bo gonna sign to? Because that was like the top suitor, right? It was the Red Sox and the Jays and the Dodgers. Who the fuck is gonna pay Bo then if the Red Sox just make a trade for Ketel Marte instead?
I don't know. I don't know. I think Bo would come back like short term, maybe
Yeah.
short term deal and be the next great second baseman. Like
If
make
I'm
that happen.
Bo, honestly, even too, like we talked about it, the next year free agent class is dog shit.
It's he could kind of do what Bregman did, right? And be
Yeah,
like
sure.
the
Like you did give Bo 1 year, 40 million.
or it'd be a 3 year deal with opt outs and he can opt out in the first year like Bregman did. And because the class is not great next year, he could if he's good again, he could be the belle of next year's class. and I think that's not the worst idea in the world. But that's the way I think you could make Tucker and Bo work. If one of them's, I would guess it's probably Bo is on the shorter term deal, higher AAV, opt outs, see what can happen.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think happens to Bregman, man? I mean, we talked about it on the last pod. It's like, I don't know. I completely forget sometimes that Alex Bregman, who is a really, really good player, is just casually on the market.
Yep. Yep. I just see the Red Sox make a ton of sense again, but like are the are the Pirates or not the Pirates, the Tigers back in that? Are like the Phillies could be an interesting one. They talk about getting rid of
Alec Bohm
Bohm.
is awful, dude.
He is so up and down though. He's so up and down.
Fair, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm
I
reading this Nesson article and well, I that's not working. The teams that they list in this Nesson article are the Tigers, Phillies, Mariners. Mariners is kind of interesting spot.
For Bregman,
Yeah,
well, they don't. They're losing Suarez, right? So they don't have a third baseman right now.
yeah. Like that's an interesting one.
I can see
Yankees,
that.
Mets, and Blue Jays, as well as the Angels and Pirates. But they said winter meetings for him is going to heat up. But it does feel a lot different than last year, where he was one of the bigger free agents, right? It's
Yeah,
like where was, and it's like a decent year, but
he's like the
injuries.
third. What would you list him as on the free agent market? Like fourth or fifth market guy?
I couldn't even
I think
list
Bo
any of
Bichette
those.
would be ahead of him. Kyle Tucker, obviously. Stuff like that. I don't see a world. Um, I really don't see a world where Bregman is not top five.
I do think, as I talked myself into, Bo doing the Bregman thing could be a good thing for him.
You think so? Because Bo's. I mean, Bo had a weird year last year, good year this year. Showed he can hit again, then got injured again at the end of the year. If he can get a really, really high AAV on a 1 year quote unquote prove it deal, I think he gets that done. I really do.
Yeah, but sometimes you do want to cash in. You don't want to have this hanging over you again.
Yeah,
It's like
fair.
obviously he would take 7 years, but if someone's not going to give that to him, then it's going to be tough. Interested with Bo, man, like super interested in that.
Can you give the people a little background on that Japanese player that Jays were connected to?
Oh, Kazuma Okamoto. He's first base, third base.
Okay.
Think he's a good defender. Hits a ton of home runs. That was his thing, but not super high exit velos. He's an interesting case um, because I think as he was in Japan, he just hit a ton of home runs. He's a 96, so he'll be just
29.
under, yeah, he'll be just under 30 when they start. But he's so from 2021, from 2018 through 2023, he hit 30 more than 30 home runs every single year.
Holy
And then
shit.
2024, he was 27 home runs. And then last year, he didn't play a lot, but he hit 15 homers in 69 games. He slugs high OBP for that league. Yeah, it was like 210 weighted runs created plus this year, but they have him projected at like 20 homers in 102 games for the big leagues, like a less than 2 win player, 110 weighted runs created plus. But he's a right-handed bat, first base, third base. I thought the Yankees would be his
I
like
think
number
the
one.
Mariners.
It's true. That's another good one that if you play him at third base, I just don't know how good the third base defense is. So that's the one that is interesting. It's a
Fair.
name that it kind of fits what the Jays could do. Based on, I would love to see the splits. I need to get into that as where you want to play them when if you can move this thing around so much where you have him playing third base against lefties, like is that his big thing? And then Ernie can play second and Jimenez is playing short. I don't know what Okamoto's thing is. YJ said max exit velo this year was 108. I mean, that's not very high at all. So some reason to worry. And was he the one where they talked about 95 plus that the numbers went down?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. You don't see a lot of that.
I
So the
just like I think the most certain things you could say of signing guys from Japan is the pitchers are really good. The hitters are more question marks.
yeah, well, you can see the data in velocity and stuff. Like
Yeah,
that's not
exactly. And you
gonna
can know
change.
it. You can compare it to pitches here and how it plays here. The hitters is kind of. I mean, everyone thought Masa. What was the guy's name? The guy on the Red Sox. What's his name?
Yoshida.
Everyone thought Yoshida was going to be good. That dude is ass cheeks. He sucks.
I
Right?
thought he was
Like,
good when he played. I thought the numbers were okay.
I don't think. I mean, his Red Sox career has been way worse than people expected it to be, to say the least. He has been
Yeah, I mean
awful.
they wanted to get rid of him, but if
Yeah.
you compare to say a Suzuki who was 26th leaving there, he was like a 639 slug.
I love Seiya Suzuki, dude.
He's awesome. I
He
tried
is
to,
so fucking awesome.
yep. And the slug is a lot different.
Yeah,
Um, they're total question marks. It's like, are you taking the chance? They have a chance to be cheaper because they are question marks to everyone in the league. But yeah, you're right. It's a lot based on the type of pitcher they are facing,
yeah,
way more than the other way around because you can look at pitch
for sure.
shapes, velocity when you get those
For
pitchers.
sure.
But I felt like it could be a fit because you had that Ty France on the roster to end the year and backup first baseman and a guy who can play third base is I think it can fit with what they're doing as the
Sure, but
right-handed
what
bat.
what it would be a lot of money for just a platoon guy though, no?
I don't know what his what they predicted for Okamoto's contract prediction because I don't think it would be crazy. 4 years, 64 million.
Okay. That's
4
not
years.
it's not that crazy, I guess. I think
11
he's a
million.
Mariner.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But next thing that I did want to talk about though, we didn't talk about on the last pod because it happened in the middle of last week. Kyle Tucker visited the Toronto Blue Jays facility.
Yeah, that was the biggest non-story we've had of
I know,
all
it's
time.
like
Because he's from Tampa. I'm pretty sure that's where he is in the
yeah,
off
he lives in
season.
Tampa. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm talking to you guys. I can just show up for a couple minutes and check it out.
Yeah.
I might as well do it. I'm here. A lot different than Otani visiting the
And fly,
complex.
yeah, Otani flying in on a PJ to get to Dunedin. Like,
Yes.
it's a lot different, but I will say, at least it shows there's interest from his side on,
Yeah, because
like,
there was that thing going on where everyone said the interest for Tucker isn't real. Or
yes,
it's you should downplay the interest in Kyle Tucker
yeah,
because it's not that serious. But him showing up there shows there's a little more.
it's a lot more serious than you expect. Yeah,
Yes, like that's
yeah,
actually going on.
like he met the parents. You know,
Yeah, if it was
I
just a
think,
throwaway, he wouldn't show up.
I
Like,
mean, all I'm hoping for is we don't get another Otani thing where Kyle Tucker just owns a ton of Blue Jays gift pack, and we don't get it back. But I would love to know what Ross the Boss gave him. Like, did Ross the Boss give him a Q-zip, a hoodie, a hat? Like, what did Ross Atkins give Kyle Tucker on this recruiting trip? I guess you can technically say it is.
yeah,
That hopefully persuaded him because we did hear about it though. A guy who's our good friend Sam had a great meeting with Cody Ponce, or no, Dylan Cease
yeah.
with Pete Walker as well, and they kind of persuaded him, like gave him a good game plan on what they see from him and what the changes they can make him elite. So I wonder. I don't think Pop was there because Popkins is on a vacation with his wife, by the way, or his fiance. By the way, congratulations, David Popkins, on getting engaged yesterday.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, I really don't know. Do you think it was just? Do you think even Schneids was there? I doubt that too.
He's a Florida guy, right? So
Yeah,
he's probably he would show up for that one.
yeah.
Yeah. Someone just I mean maybe Miles Straw was there.
Miles
That would
Straw was
be
in Florida.
I mean that would be the best way to do it. Someone he's actual buddies with.
Yeah, he's comfortable with. And I am so I've been arguing Avery the past week with people that are like, oh, I'd rather have Bo. Bo's a better hitter. I'm sorry, man. Like Kyle Tucker's down year, weighted runs created plus wise, is literally Bo Bichette's career high, WRC plus. And this isn't a slight on Bo, man. Like they're both awesome players. This shouldn't be Bo against Kyle Tucker. But if you're talking about all around players, Kyle Tucker is the better option and makes your team better. That's just what it is. That's the harsh reality of it. Bo Bichette is awesome. Great stats, runner in scoring position, which unfortunately are just a random stat, no matter how you look at it. But it's to the point now where it's like we have to talk people into a top 15 player in the sport and Kyle Tucker. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? He's awesome. And I don't know if you have numbers there pull up in front of you, Avery, about Kyle Tucker, but the dude is unbelievable.
Yep. Kyle Tucker's a great hitter. And I don't know, we're getting some regression defensively, but like the last since 2021, 4.9 wins above replacement, 4.9, 4.9, 4.2 in 78 games, and 4.5 with a broken hand in half of the games. He's a better, he's just a better hitter
I'm
than
sorry.
Bo.
It's just like I know people have this. What would be the word? Like they're scared of change or they hate change. Sure. Like
Yeah.
we always had visions of Bo and Vladdy playing together forever. I still do have visions of that. But if it gets to the end of the day where you have to pick one, gun to my head, it's going to be Kyle Tucker. He solidifies the 2 hole for the Toronto Blue Jays, which is a lefty bat that's needed to hit in front of Vladdy that gets on. He walks a shit ton. This is a no-brainer in
Yeah.
terms of like guys I want, like guys I'd prefer. And like I know there's a potential world and I hope it's real that I see it. Kyle Tucker and Bo in the offseason. I mean, that would be ridiculous. I don't know if the Toronto Blue Jays are going to spend that much, but I will give the opposite side of that argument, Avery, because I know people are going to comment like there's no way the Toronto Blue Jays spend on Bo and Kyle Tucker and increase how much they spend to like 400 million this offseason. I'll push back on that. If they make those moves, next year they can kind of sit on their hands and not do anything in a weak free agent class, right? Like if you splurge this, it's like when you get an allowance to go to the mall from your like mom or something when you're a kid. You don't spend all that money, you get some for later. You spend it all, you don't have some for later. If you spend all the money you have this offseason and next season now, I'm completely fine with it because those are 2 instantly good players that make your team significantly better being put on the roster. You got Dylan Cease signed for 7 years, who's a really good, like Chad Innings Eater, who has potential to be really good. Cody Ponce. If you make all your moves this offseason and none next year, I think this fan base is completely fine with it. I really do, because there's no one that moves the needle that much next year. Like Varsho, maybe?
Yeah. It seems insane for the thought to be able to get both done. Like I can't imagine that happening. But as
No.
it goes on, I'm just if they really are about it, which they should be, and they've shown with the Cease thing, I think they can make it happen too. Like, yes, it is going to be tough. The Springer, Santander, all of that. It doesn't seem to fit in my mind. But you lose a bunch of people next year, money coming off the books. You can't expect them back if you let them get to free
Like
agency.
George Springer will not be coming back.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Like unless it's super reasonable or
Yeah.
you can find a way to make him. He's
Unless
not
he
getting
literally just says, I don't want to play anywhere else.
correct. But then you have that's why the Santander thing is maybe he's just the natural replacement to DH for after that. I know the year he had this year was so bad where people
Yeah.
would just like it to be gone. And I don't know, you could do the salary dump and make it happen, sure. But I'm not expecting those things to totally happen. Same with Barrios. Like you could do the salary dump, you could have him gone. But again, I'm expecting them to kind of be here. I just think next year, yeah, you don't think about it. If you can make these things happen, you make them happen now. And it's you give Tucker the big deal that he's asking for, and you get Bo high AV opt outs to try and make that happen. Will Bo say yes? I have no idea. There's a chance he's not about it. But I think Tucker is the better player, wins per million. Yeah, it's Tucker over Bo, most likely.
And I don't know why that's even a discussion. Like the stats. I was arguing with people, they're like, Bo's clutchness. Okay. Like
He
that's
is
such a
clutch.
he is
Yeah.
clutch, but it's like a random stat that like I'm sure there was guys in Major League Baseball last year that were clutch as well that are not that great baseball players.
Yeah.
If you go like Bo Bichette is awesome, but at the end of the day, Kyle Tucker projects better and
He
is more
does. Yeah.
valuable to a team. It's not really a hot take,
No, it's not a hot take.
but yeah, again, I am completely fine if they go any direction, Bo or Kyle Tucker. It's a win-win. because those are both awesome players. But I'm thinking both. You
Yeah.
pay Kyle Tucker the 400 million he wants, you defer 50, 100 million, 15, 20 years down the road, and that AAV for the Toronto Blue Jays isn't that crazy for him is not that crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I want us to be the East Coast Dodgers. Let's
Let's just
just
fucking do it, dude. Do you know Otani makes 2 million a year? Isn't that crazy?
it's deferred so long, right?
Deferred for so long, he's making $2 million a year. Defer the fuck out of the Kyle Tucker contract and give Bo whatever he wants, and we're laughing. Could you imagine this lineup with Kyle Tucker and Bo Bichette? It would be fucking crazy, Avery. Because you got let's dream about this for a second.
Yes.
Springer leadoff, right?
Yep.
Tucker second,
Yep.
Vladdy third,
Yep.
Bo four,
Yep. We should just go around the diamond. Just go around the diamond.
Kirk catching,
Kirk catching.
Jimenez at short,
Yep.
Bo at second,
Yep.
Ernie at third,
Ernie Barger, yeah, at
Ernie
third.
Barger platoon at third.
Yeah.
Then you got Tucker and right,
Right. Yep.
Springer
No,
and or Springer, Varsho in center.
And then Santander, whatever, in left.
It's a pretty good. I mean, that lineup is pretty fucking good, man.
Yeah, it's insane. It's really good.
Like, does that lineup instantly make them the favorites in the AL?
It probably just
Yeah,
odds wise, yeah.
yeah.
I think it would be
Like
hard
they'd probably
to,
be plus 600 to win the AL.
yeah. I'm not sure. It would be good just because they come off a year where they did win the league and then they seemingly got better. So yeah, they
Yeah,
would definitely be the favorite.
fair.
They're plus 700 right. The Yankees are plus 330 right now. Mariners plus 550.
They love the sports books. Love the Yankees, man. The odds makers love them.
It's because if the Yankees are actually good. Like
Yeah,
everyone bets the Yankees, and if they give them shit odds and they're actually good, they're gonna lose a ton of money. That's
yeah,
why they usually do that. So
fair.
yeah, I think they would be like plus 400. The Yankees would be plus 550. Like it would move a little bit
Yeah,
that way, but it would be a clear upgrade for them going into the next season.
yeah. I could you imagine after all the off seasons that we have had hell, right? You know, like the plane, the Soto, like Jays were close on Soto, win on Soto. Could you imagine we finally just go fuck it mode and get two massive bats in the free agents class?
I'd be so pumped. Like
It would make it all worth it. All the loss, all the Roki want, like it would make it all worth it getting two guys that were highly valued by tons of teams. Like everyone wants Bo, right? I guess the Red Sox, Dodgers, who are good teams, want Bo, and the Yankees want him. Everyone wants Tucker. You know, it's like that's how you make the team better. But
I keep
if
forgetting the
they,
Phillies are a decent spot for Tucker too.
you think so?
Yeah, I think
I
it
keep
makes a lot of
forgetting Castellanos is there as well.
Yeah, they want to get off
Oh,
of him
they
too.
want his ass sent to Guantanamo Bay, brother.
Yeah, that's the team I
They,
always forget about. Like the Mets, I just don't think you could take on that again, especially if you're like in on Scooble, right?
yeah.
And that's the next money you want to
But
pay.
here's the thing, though, Avery. If the Toronto Blue Jays do end up getting both, do you are you okay with them just not getting a bullpen arm, which is an area they
I think
needed?
that's when you trade for like this
Like a
project,
barge, like trade a Barger maybe, or
more like a unfortunately like a Lopes who doesn't really have the path to playing time with Kyle Tucker there.
yeah, that's the shitty thing about the Lopes thing. Like, obviously you want Kyle Tucker, but if he gets signed here, Lopes, I mean, I don't know what you do with Lopes.
There's not a big path to playing time at all because
Yeah,
you don't really think he can defend center field, right? Like
yeah,
they didn't do that after the spring training experiment. And like yeah, the Varsho thing, you got a really good defender in center, and his backup to hit a lefty if you need it is Miles Straw, who's really, really good in center.
yeah,
I don't see a path to playing time, unfortunately. But that's when you trade for a project reliever, most likely, to see if you can get something out of that. Like that would
yeah,
be the way they hit the reliever market, I would think. There's a lot of this Addison Barger trade stuff talk going on right now, and I want to bring up just a scenario or something that I thought about. And we traded a kind of similar player who did exactly what Barger did in Spencer Horwitz the year before. There
Not the home
is,
runs.
well, I mean, against righties, like Horwitz was 12. Yeah, Barger was 20, right? But like the slug was pretty much the same against righties. They were both bad against lefties. Like as Addison Barger is right now, is a platoon bat, and things can change.
That's
Obviously,
just the
like
unfortunate part of it, though, right, Abe? You can't hit lefties.
yeah, not yet. I'd be happy for that to change, but
Yeah.
that we do need to value him as he is, right? He's a smoke righties is like the bat speed is the thing that you're dreaming on, and everyone's in love with bat speed being the big carrier for a ton of good things. So
Hmm.
he is different than Horwitz in that way. That is a big fact because the bat speed was like top of the league for Barger, and it was like lower 20th percentile for Barger, for Horwitz. But
Yeah.
it's the same. The numbers are very, very similar when it comes to the actual counting stats between Barger and Horowitz. But I mean, you get the better barrel number, swing speed, all of that for Addison Barger. So the thought of him being moved isn't. I don't think it's as crazy as some fans would want to say. Right? Like
Sure.
it's kind of positionless because I thought he got a lot better at third base as the year went on. So I would say that. Um,
I think he gets you a ton in a trade, though.
as he should. Like the bat speed's insane, and people love
He's
to
a
dream of
data
that.
darling, as they call him.
And to make that happen, like the bat speed, hard hit percentage, average exit velo is great for him. Like that is the thing, the main difference between him and Horwitz. Like hard hit, bat speed, absolutely
Yeah.
a lot different. But if you want to go against righties, I took Horwitz's 2024 against righties. He was an 864 OPS. Horwitz was, and Barger against righties this year 788 OPS.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not. I know you want to project things differently with Barger because the bat speed's so high,
Yeah.
but like just off the numbers, it's not that crazy difference as to get rid of Horwitz because we thought Horwitz could be here for a while and that was like a good move. But
He had a good year last year with the Pirates. I think he had eight something OPS.
yeah, it's just like when you only hit one hand, it's kind of hard to project. And I don't know if you want to, because I saw some people saying like you need to extend him. We just don't know what he is, and if he's that platoon, you can't
You
really
look
do
kind of
it.
dumb if you extend a platoon guy, right?
Yeah, it's like if he can't find a way to hit the left, you're gonna face more righties than lefties, obviously. But
Sure.
like, if he just can't hit one side, that's kind of tough. So
Yeah.
I do hope Barger, if he's around, takes the next step against lefties, and that's the thing because it's great to dream on how hard he hits baseballs and the way he plays the game hard and the arm, like sick, absolutely. But I just don't think it's that insanely different from the Horwitz move on last year. Like
Sure.
if they do think they can find a way, and I don't know if the Horwitz thing even worked, right? Like you got Jimenez and you're going to take him for his defense, but you need to get other better hitters around him because the bat wasn't good for
Yeah.
Jimenez. So
I would say the Jimenez move was after year one. I'd say it's st- is a lose lose kind of because the Guardians traded for a guy that
we'll never
is in
play again.
prison.
Yeah.
Like I I don't know. I really don't know how to describe the move to be honest yet.
Yeah.
Strange
It's
one. Great defense though. So
like I think Barger would feast in one of the central divisions. Like
oh my god, he
he'd
would
be
fucking
so good.
rake.
He'd be so good. He's a great player. I think he's really, really good.
I
But
think if the price is right though, Avery, you do trade Barger though.
I think they'd have those conversations. Like they're
Yeah.
they're saying the same things we are. Um, are you going to get the K percentage down? Is the approach going to get better? I thought it got
Because there was some instances last year that approach was awful, Avery.
well. It went. There was a weird spurt in the middle of the year where we just like looked like we lost him a
It
little
didn't
bit.
look like
But
he had a plan. Like he
yeah,
was just
but
swinging it. Yeah.
he like saved this team through the middle of the season
Yeah.
when he really did. Like when he's
Yeah.
hitting all those home runs, he's super valuable. So I don't think he's as I know people don't think he's untouchable, but I think there's a case where like if you find the right guy, like it could happen. So
For sure. I agree.
I want to see him take the next step. He's still young. Um, He's 26. He just turned 26. So like
Wow.
you've still got the prime of his career coming up. So if you think he's that good, you think he can hit the lefties, he could figure that out, then
Yeah.
you're probably not moving him. If you think he can defend at third, but again, like this is super cheap platoon at third base. Like if you have Ernie and Barger, it's a great platoon to
Yeah.
have that happen. I don't totally want to move off of that. So I think that's yeah. If you're paying all these guys top end money, you need some of that help, and a Barger, Ernie at third base is going to be that. And I think you're set up fantastically if you have them at third base for the season.
Yeah. I agree. I just yeah, I don't think Addison Barger, like you mentioned, is as untouchable as people think. They fell in love with the run the Jays had, and he was a big part of it. But if you could drastically improve some aspect of your which is pitching for the Blue Jays, obviously, you do it. So I don't know. I really don't know. But I think
He's
there's like a one
yeah.
percent chance Addison Barger gets dealt, probably.
You think that low?
I don't. I don't see it, to be honest. Especially if the Jays are going to be spending money, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
I don't see a world they trade their low hit market guys. I
Yeah, but
really
if
don't.
you need to make the upgrade in the pen or something like that's the type of guy they would kind of
Sure.
float, right? Still tons of team control. You have the options. I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do it. But he's probably because he's the opposite of the Santander and Barrios because he costs nothing.
Yeah.
He's like their best trade piece they kind of
Yeah.
have right
He's
now.
probably their most valuable. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think teams would be calling on him for sure.
Yeah. I
So,
agree.
all right, John, you want to do some listener questions?
Yeah.
Actually went decently long. I thought we had nothing to talk about, and then that changed, which is always good. But winter meetings, hopefully, like you say every time, hopefully midweek pod.
Would be a shame if we got a midweek pod again. Ross has done it every week the past 2 weeks.
Yep. Glenn is just he wants both more
And
than
you know
anyone.
what? I'm not going to fault Glenjamin for wanting Tucker and Bo because I do too.
Okay, Ben has a good question because you do need to talk about the other side of this. If worst comes to worst, they miss out on both Bichette and Tucker. What is the bounce back?
Holy fuck. I don't even want to think about that. And I don't even think there's a world that happens personally.
But you gotta.
For sure. Huh.
I will come up next week with a plan without Bichette and Tucker. I will
Like,
put
would it be
together.
a CJ Abrams the second?
Maybe. Maybe.
What would it be? I really don't know what it would be. That would be fucked.
That would suck.
That
Yes.
might be worse than missing out on the Otani and Sotos
You
if
have
you get
two
none
you have two chances at
and
players
you
and you
get
get
none.
yeah, that would be
Holy shit. I don't even want to think about that. That sucks.
yep. What would a Cade Smith trade look like? Since we do a lot of trades with Cleveland, I like him a lot more than Fair. I mean, yeah, you'd like Cade Smith more than Fairbanks. That makes a lot of sense. I don't think they're moving Cade
There's
Smith.
no chance. That team is
Yeah.
poor as
Why?
fuck and they don't like spending money. And that's an area where they don't have to spend money now.
Yeah, I think
Like they just lost Emmanuel Clase. They kind of need Cade Smith.
they need him in a big way. They
Yes.
really do need him in a big. Chris asked, "How far away are the Stars?"
I 10,000 kilometers?
Okay,
I don't know.
I have no fucking clue either.
I actually have no idea. Let's find the answer for that. How far are stars?
Oh, 4.2 light years away.
Okay, it's measured in light years, and I said kilometers. I'm sorry. I
So John, let's do this. A light year is 9.44 trillion kilometers, and they're 4.24 light
All right.
years away.
Holy shit. All right.
So
Fuck.
36 trillion kilometers.
Oh my God. And I said 10,000.
So you're close, I guess.
Yeah, I was close. That's crazy. It's a great question. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, that was one that we have to get. Cam said, "Why are some parts of the fan base okay with the idea of trading Addison Barger?" Kind of talked about that.
Yeah.
Kind of talked about that. He said a guy looks like this at 26 shouldn't be traded under any circumstances unless it's for
Well,
Jose
if you
Ramirez.
look under the hood of OPS and other stats like that, and the potential of him being a platoon guy, I do see the side of the argument where it does make sense to trade him, right?
Yeah, but he's being floated like their top guy, I'd guess, as to trade value.
Yeah.
I don't want him traded. We'll just say
Yeah, I
that
don't
too.
want him
Like
traded either. I'm just
I would
saying
like to see him take the next step being
if we get blown away with a deal where it's like, all right, it sucks we gave up Barger, but we got a really good piece back
yeah.
that makes this team better. That's not a platoon. I get it.
I get it too. I don't
Yeah.
think he's untouchable. And a lot of guys aren't untouchable. It's just bringing him up is interesting because he has some really great traits.
Yeah.
He really does, and he took an awesome step this year. Any predictions of what the Jays will do with Davis and Lopes? I have no idea, man.
I have
Like,
no idea.
does
Again, two good depth pieces, right? I think Lopes has the higher probability of getting traded, right?
yeah.
Right?
Davis has options, so
Yeah.
yeah, you don't need to get rid of him. That's for sure. And so does Lopes, I'd guess. So
Yeah.
you don't have to do anything with them, but if you need some help in a bullpen, like those are some things that I get you. That's also if they sign someone big for the outfield. But if not, there's no reason to really have to move them.
For sure.
Better holiday drink, Canada Dry. I mean, you don't drink pop. I'm
I don't
not
drink pop.
drinking pop. Yeah, so you're. Why is Robert Suarez not being talked about a possible closer signing?
I think I don't know. I saw him linked a little bit to the Dodgers a couple days ago. That'd be hilarious. They just load up Tanner Scott and Suarez. They just go Padres from LA. I don't know. I mean, the fastball velo's there, sure, but how much is a guy like that going to get? Teams don't want to pay relievers really.
No.
There's like
And you saw that with
teams.
Tanner Scott.
There's literally three teams that are willing to pay relievers. Probably it's the Dodgers, Yankees. I I don't see I don't see it. I don't see a world. Jays even get him either.
Yep. What icebreaker are GMs using when they first meet each other at the winter meetings?
How about that ride in?
Weather's great here, huh?
Weather's great. This is awesome compared to where I'm at. That's what Ross is probably saying. It's like, oh, we just left shitty like Toronto, which is like the weather there sucks. Like this is way better than that. I will say they do pick pretty awesome locations for the winter meetings, which makes it in my mind think like, it's I kind of rock with this. It's like a Christmas party, like you mentioned. It's pretty fun. I'm assuming the guys get after it. They have to. There's no way those guys aren't boozing and having time with the boys, Some GMs.
I would think that's how they get their best work done, John,
Yeah.
is at the hotel bar.
Like, do you think any trades are made when two GMs are just drunk as fuck? It's like, fuck. Wake up the next morning, it's like, oh,
Well,
fuck.
if you wake up the next morning, you're like, you know what? I still kind of like that deal.
Yeah, it's fair.
You just have to. Maybe the GMs are shy, and they need a couple drinks to make the
Or
deals.
if, like, for example, Ross Atkins knows, like, Breslow or the Diamondbacks GM gets a little drunk after, like, 8 o'clock, that's when you ring his phone,
Yeah.
You ring,
Oh,
it's like, all
You
right,
up?
well, Marte, like, where are we at with Marte? I'm sorry to bother you. I don't know if you're drinking, but where are we at with Marte?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. All right. I think that's going to be it for us, John. There's some good questions here. We won't get to them all. It's a lot of Bo and Tucker talk.
People genuinely think I'm at the winter meetings.
And you're in Nashville at the winter meetings. You're waiting for everyone to show up at
Yeah.
the hotel.
So just so we've agreed here, the winter meeting started today. We could be getting moves tomorrow. It's 4 days, so we could be getting moves as soon as possible here.
Don't
I
go
hope
to sleep
we
early.
don't sleep. Eyes emoji, popcorn emoji. Don't sleep.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to talking about trades. Hopefully the Yankees do none and the Red Sox do none. And it's our second favorite team, the National League, that does all these moves. But I'm going to call my shot. We're going to do a midweek pod this week because of a signing or a trade. I'm going to call my shot. I don't want to jinx it. but I'm calling my shot. We're going to be doing a midweek pod this week because of a signing or a trade. Ross the Boss goes 3 weeks in a row leading into Christmas with a signing or a trade, and we kind of have our team shaped up
Love that,
pretty
John.
early this year.
Love
We'll see
that.
what happens, but thank you guys for tuning in. Little hour a bit pod for the people on Sun.
We're getting to the dog days of the off season now.
Yeah, we're getting to the dog days. But anyways, yeah, that was a winter meetings preview. We'll talk to you guys next week or midweek. Love you guys, man. Gate 14 forever. We got some cool stuff happening here. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Love you guys.